Welcome back to day 2 of professional development. Today you're going to get some time to develop modules to put on Google Classroom for your first week of instruction. And we have a protocol for you to follow. So obviously if you're watching this video, you're already on the classwork page, which I'm going to go ahead and join you with. Underneath the 6th through 12th grade August 12th PD, you'll get your instructions. So after watching this video, please do go and read all of the detailed instructions for the day under the Accelerated Learning Unit modules, which I'm going to go to right now. Your Google Room assignments are here. If you're not currently in your room assignment, the same one that you were in before, please go to that room and stay there. If for some reason your group has to change rooms, please indicate that on this form. Additionally, go ahead and read through, like I said, all of these instructions. What you're going to be doing is creating a week's worth of learning to upload on Google Classroom. It should include both the instructional piece as well as the assignments. You need to understand that some of our students are at home learning because their families have chosen virtual instruction at home, and some of our students are in front of us. And at any given time, many of our students may be at home because they're on a COVID-19 quarantine, or all of our students could be at home at some time because our entire school could shift to at-home learning, as well as we may at some point enter into a hybrid where we may only see our students about half the time, but they're still learning at home. So the idea is that you create modules that can be accessed anywhere, anytime, by anyone who is learning in your classroom. We are responsible for the learning of all those students. And it's much easier to create one mode of learning than to create different modes of learning for different students. So by creating a process and a way of accessing learning, we can teach our students how to do that. So if their environment for learning changes, they'll know what to do, and we'll know what to do as well. So keep that in mind. We're doing a blended type of learning. So any instructional piece should be recorded so that it can be watched by the students in your classroom sitting in front of you. It can be watched by those students at home. The advantage of recording too prior to class is that especially if you are choosing to wear a mask or a shield, it'll be easier for students to hear and see your mouth move, and they can review those instructions. So sometimes our kids don't remember what we said, and this is a way that they can go back, or they can see examples that you've demonstrated in your video. All right, after you get going here today, you're going to use that accelerated unit design process that we learned in the Unbound Ed modules, and we have done an overview of it here and linked to things like your course at a glance, unfinished instruction data analysis that we did the other day, so that you know who might need those scaffolds. And you will take your unit that you're going to be teaching first and sort of deconstruct it and redesign it based upon the accelerated unit design process. And after you get that sort of redone, then you're going to build your module and the pieces of the module. That might require you to actually go find an area to do a screen recording or a personal recording of you engaged in instruction. It may be the different pieces of maybe practice that students are going to do, graded or ungraded. It might include a formative assessment piece. It might include your final assessment piece. And remember that assessment doesn't have to be a test. Assessment could be any sort of authentic type of assessment as well. It could be a video that students are making, explaining their learning, just like we did with Christy the other day. So try to think of unique ways and authentic ways that you can assess students in addition to possibly testing. So testing is not the only way to assess. All right, after you've built your first instructional module, we're going to do peer feedback at 2:30. So it's expected that everybody has a draft module done at that point. Then you are going to invite your peers in the room. You're going to give them access to your Google Classroom. You'll share the access code with them, and they will actually go through that module as if they're a student. And they'll take notes and be able to provide you with comments about the clarity of your instructions, about things that maybe they feel might provide difficulty, suggestions that they might have, so that you can then take that feedback and use it to edit your module and make it even better. And you can also use that feedback to make your future modules better as well. So at the end of the day, after you've done that feedback and you've worked on editing your module, before you leave at 4 o'clock, and the day does go until 4 o'clock, you are going to provide us with an assessment piece. So you need to fill out this form on here. This is our August 12th PD assessment. And what it's going to be is you're going to put your name on there. This will collect your email address. And you are going to copy and paste in the student access code for the Google Classroom section in which you uploaded your module. And if you're not sure where that is, I put an illustration, a screenshot here, circled in yellow. Behind where it says class code, those letters and numbers are the class code for the PD Google Classroom. Your particular Google Classroom section will have its own unique PD, or unique class code, excuse me. All right, so hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to your TLC member in your group or to myself.